What's going on, people? Welcome to the Master Wing channel. Hope y'all having a great day. Man, today we're talking about Wingspan Asia. Wingspan Asia. It has 90 bird cards in the expansion, but it's actually a standalone game. Some of you players out there may have already discovered the nuance of this expansion, but for the digital players like myself, I've personally felt a little behind the eight ball not having played a lot of these cards. But Asia is coming to digital this summer. I am pumped. So I wanted to refresh my memory and highlight some of the sheer awesomeness of these cards. When they released this expansion, I forgot how powerful some of these birds can be. So I made a list of 10 birds that I wanted to spotlight today just to boost the excitement even more for those that haven't played Asia much. These are in no particular order, but I might save a personal favorite of mine for the end. So stay tuned and tell me what you think. I'll try to keep it brief with every card. Yo, we're starting out crazy with a banger. The Baya Weaver. Tuck up to 3 cards, and if you tuck a card, lay an egg. What? It is a 4-point brown power. Tuck 3 cards and lay an egg. What is going on? If you are new to Wingspan abilities, that is not normal. Maybe besides the little penguin, I can't hardly think of another bird that gives you 4 points. At least not this consistently. Maybe the chiff-chaff. I know the chiff-chaff can score 5, but still, if you can fuel that brown power with a bunch of cards in your wetland or grassland, you're looking at an 8-point engine minimum. Lay 4 or 5 eggs, tuck 3, lay another egg, and then go down the line to the other birds in the grassland. Oh, and by the way, it has a star nest. Crazy. The next bird, black-naped Oriole. Not as crazy, but still a bird I'm looking out for in round 1 just because of the tempo potential. At the end of the round, if you've used all 4 actions, you gain 1 food, lay 1 egg, and draw a card from the deck. That is giving you options, people, and you can go right into the next round playing another bird. I can't wait to see some of the combos with Multoni's Warbler at the round end. I just like the influx of resources. Next, we got the common Myna. Copy a brown power, the wind-activated brown power, of a bird in the grassland of the player on your left. 1 worm, 1 seed, pretty cheap to play. Really interesting card here. You keep this bird and you're not as worried about the ravens, killdeers, white storks, or even that Baya Weaver we just looked at earlier. I like this bird as an insurance card against a good grassland. And it's not like you're locked in every time. You could copy a raven 1 turn and then the barn swallow the next turn. Is this card the next best grassland counter? I don't know. Next, we got the great Hornbill. Yo, 9 points. Firstly, 9 points speaks for itself. Then, all players can tuck a card from your hand under a bird in their forest and cash a berry from your supply. So it's a 9-point bird that can tuck and cash. A 9-pointer with a 2-point brown power. I had to say it again. That is sick. Of course, you are helping out the other players with this one, but maybe they don't have an extra card to tuck. Maybe they don't have a berry in their supply to cash. And that's where you can take full advantage of the great Hornbill. I like this card. All right, the great Indian Bustard. This card might already be famous. It's already been coined busted. You tell me if you think this card is busted, but it has huge potential. Think of playing this at the end of the game with a yellow power. Let's read the ability. You score 1 bonus of your bonus cards now by cashing seeds from the supply on this bird for each point. And then you also score that bonus card normally at the end of the game. Bruh. You have a 10-point rodentologist? Let's add 10 points in caches to the great Indian Bustard. This bird is crazy. Am I wrong? Am I seeing this differently? What if you couple this bird with the Endangered Species Protector bonus card, which I also think is probably busted. You get 3 points on that Endangered Species Protector for every bird that lets you draw a bonus card. So literally, the whole strategy, you're just playing bonus card birds and getting an extra 3 points. But then you add the Great Indian Bustard, and I am telling you, this is the card that gets us over 200 points in a game. I'm convinced. That Asia bonus card giving you 3, I've snagged that bonus card. I've scored 20 points alone with it. And in that scenario, the strategy, you just play a bunch of bonus card birds, and then if the stars aligned and you pick up the Great Indian Bustard, oh, by the way, let me score another 20 points in caches. I'm speechless. Dude, halfway there. I told you some of these cards are just so powerful. We're toning it down a little bit, but this one is still cool. The Mandarin Duck. Another round end. 1 seed, 1 worm, 3 points. You draw 5 from the deck. You add 1 to your hand. You tuck 1. You give 1, and you discard the rest. I just love the thought of seeing 5 cards at the end of the round. It's going to give the player so many options. Like I said, I know we had to calm down a little bit from the huge bird bomb of the Indian Bustard, but these round end powers, if you're playing with all expansions combined, the round ends are going to be crazy. Draw 5 cards, give the trash one away, tuck 1. I just like it. It's going to be a consistent pickup for me. Speaking of round end, our number 7 bird, I told you these aren't in any order. I just wanted these shown before we get the digital version. Oriental Bay-Owl is 5 points, a worm and a rat. Activate brown powers of all other predators at the end of the round. Yo, I had to shine the spotlight on this one just because of the fun factor. If you are a predator player, think how fun your end of rounds are going to be. You roll for the forest owlet. You draw for the golden eagle. You try the burrowing owl, the little penguin, the rufous owl. If you get lucky and draw a bunch of predators with this, and then you get the Oriental Bay-Owl, you're going to have a predator point surge. I can't wait. I hope it doesn't let me down. Some of those predators are high pointers, and to activate them all at the end, I just like that potential. The next bird is the red Avadavat. Excuse me if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. I know it's also called the strawberry finch, but the Avadavat 2-point star nest can go in the grassland or the wetlands. Give 1 card to another player if you do draw 2 cards. Yo, I know if you're playing competitively, which we do, you don't want to help your opponent. But instead of discarding an egg like the Franklin's Gull or the killdeer and, quote, losing a point, you just give away your trash card and you get to draw 2 more. Is this potentially better than the killdeer? I don't know. Look at the next bird we're about to look at, the Rosy Starling. 4 points. It can go in all habitats. Tuck up to 3 cards from your hand, and if you tuck at least 1, you gain a worm. Extremely flexible play. Reminds me a lot of the Mandarin Duck from Oceania, and we all know that's a great wetland option today. I don't know if it's the best wetland option, but I've seen so many people dominate with the Mandarin Duck. So you pair the Mandarin Duck with the Rosy Starling, and hypothetically, you could be tucking 6 cards and gaining a worm and a seed. I can't wait to see that combo. You just need a ton of cards to take full advantage of it. But wow, gaining food and scoring 3 points. I really can't complain about it. Last but not least, this one might surprise you, but a personal favorite of mine. Hear me out. The rose-ringed parakeet. Copy a when-played power from another player. At first glance, this might not seem like a big deal, but I like this bird if you keep it in your back pocket as an insurance card for mid or late game. Look at some of the white power birds, the abilities that the parakeet could give you access to, assuming your opponent draws it. You've got your Say's Phoebes, those ash-throated flycatchers, the egg-laying birds. You've got the bonus card birds. One of the complaints about Wingspan that I hear at times is the unbalance of it, so to speak. They say, some birds are just extraordinarily strong versus some that just aren't. And I do understand that frustration. I have been on both sides of the coin. But cards like the rose-ringed parakeet and that common Myna we reviewed a few minutes ago give the other player a fighting chance, especially in a 1v1 game when it seems like your opponent just drew all the good stuff and you're getting dominated. Is this a game-saving card? No. But what about that great Indian Bustard we looked at earlier? My opponent just played in round 4. Or the Puffin. Or the Bobolink. And then you come right back with the rose-ringed parakeet. I think this is a fun back-at-you card. When your opponent plays a Kiwi and gets to look at 4 new bonus cards, well, you know what? Me too. For one worm, I'm going to look at 4 bonus cards as well. Anyway, team, that was the last of the birds I wanted to highlight, but the good news is there's still 80 other bird cards to discover in Wingspan Asia. Tell me what you're excited to play. Which of these 10 birds are you pumped about? Do me a huge favor and subscribe to the channel, and then you will know when I release some more Wingspan content. Thanks, y'all. Have a great day. Peace.